Today's lesson is to use Venn diagram to solve probabilities. Here are some formulas for different type of probabilities. Guided practice 1. 160 students attend a dual language school in which the students are taught only in Spanish or taught in English. A survey was conducted in order to analyze the number of students studying biology or mathematics. Results are shown in the Venn diagram. Set S stands for taught in Spanish. Set B stands for students who study biology. M stands for those students who studied mathematics. Find the number of students in the school that are taught in Spanish. You need to add every single number for each section in this circle. That's Spanish. So we have 10 plus 40 plus 28 plus 17 equals 95. 3b, find the number of students in school that study mathematics in English. When you answer this question, you have to know the meaning. For this 28 and 40 means those students who are studying mathematics in Spanish. For 12 and 20 means those students who study mathematics in English, not in Spanish. Therefore, you will do the 12 plus 20 equals 32. In other words, in this Spanish set circle, all the numbers in each section means they study subjects in Spanish. Out of this circle, like this number means they are studying subjects in English. Now let's go to 3C. Find the number of students in school that study both biology and mathematics. Biology and mathematics will be this circle. Therefore, you have 12 plus 40 equals 52. Among these 52, 12, they are studying biology and mathematics in English. 40 students who are taught biology and mathematics in Spanish. For 3D, write down this. First of all, we need to do M union B, which means we will shade the M and B together. Then they said it's S intersect. So you need to do the S in another parallel line. I will do this way. You could say this area is overlapped. So we need to add all numbers in this area. That will be 10 plus 40 plus 28 equals 78. Now let's go to 3E. Write down number of elements in this. Since this is all intersection, no parentheses stuff, we can work on B intersect M. We know it's this area. Then you intersect S prime. That means complementary set of this S. So you will shade the area. Just don't shade this S. so that you can see the intersection of these two lines. And you could see it's this area equals 12. Now let's go to 3F. A student from the school is chosen at random. Find the probability these students study mathematics. We know altogether that's 160. So how many students study mathematics? We need to add this all. Equals 12 plus 20 plus 40 plus 28. So you will get 100 over 60. You use calculator, go to math, enter. You will get 5 over 8. Find the probability that this student studies neither biology nor mathematics. It will be this number. So 17 plus 25 over 160. You will get 242 over 160. Go to math, enter. You will get 21 over 80. Normally for probability, we want the fraction as your answer. Unless they ask you show your answer in percentage. So just leave the fraction as the answer in your IB exam. Go to last question. Find the probability that the student is taught in Spanish, given that the students study biology. We are looking for S given B. In other words, we need to do S intersect B over probability of B. Spanish and biology, that's these two. So adding together, that's 50 over 160. For B, that's you have to add all this together. You will get 70 over 160. 160, that's the denominator, so it's gone. You will get the 5 over 7. Guided practice 2. A group of 66 people went on holiday to Hawaii. During their stay, 3 trips were arranged. A boat trip B, a coach trip C, and a helicopter trip H. This is the given information for the trips. 3 people went on all 3 trips. 16 went on coach trip only. Here's only. 13 went on the boat trip only. 5 went on helicopter trip only. X went on coach trip and a helicopter trip, but not the boat trip. 2X went on the boat trip and helicopter trip, but not the coach trip. 4X went on the boat trip and a coach trip, but not the helicopter trip. 8 didn't go on any of the trips. A. Draw a Venn diagram to represent the given information using sets labeled B, C, H. So let's label this is B, C, H. We know 3 went on all 3 trips, so A equals 3. Eight didn't go to any of these trips, so H equals 8. 16 went on the coach trip only, which means this E equals 16. 13 went on the boat trip only, G equals 13. 5 went on the helicopter trip only. So F equals 5. X went on the coach trip and the helicopter trip, but not the boat trip, which means this B. Coach and a helicopter, but not the both. So you get the B equals X. 2X went on boat trip and helicopter, but not the coach. So this is C equals 2X. 4X went on boat and a coach, but not the helicopter. D equals 4X. Go to 7B. Show that X equals 3. We know altogether there's 66 students. Therefore, we add altogether should be 66. So we have 13 plus 16 plus 5 plus 3 plus 8. Then you need to add this 2x plus x plus 4x equals 66. We solve this linear equation. Here is 7x. We add this number together. We have 45 equals 66. 7x equals, subtract 45, that's 21. Therefore, x equals 3. When you say show that x equals 3, just solve for x. Then your answer will be x equals 3. Write down the value that's B intersect C. First of all, we plug x equals 3. This is a 12. Here's a 6. This is a 3. So B intersect C will be here. That's equals 15. One person in the group is selected at random. Find the probability that this person went on at most one trip. At most one trip means this person either didn't go to any trip or just go to only one trip. So from this Venn diagram, we know this number should be counted. 8, 16, 13, 5. We add this number together. Over 66. You will get 42 over 66. You can use calculator. You will get 7 over 11. Second question. When on coach trip, given that this person also went on both the helicopter trip and the boat trip. Basically, we're looking for the probability of C given that helicopter H intersect B. So we use that formula. You will get the probability C intersect H intersect B over probability H intersect B. According to this Venn diagram, we know C intersect H intersect B, that's 3 over 66. H intersect B, that will be 6 plus 3. So you will get 9 over 66. Reduce. You will get 1 over 3. Now let's go to guided practice 3. In a group of 16 students, 12 take art and 8 take music. 1 student takes neither art nor music. The Venn diagram below shows the event art and music. The values P, Q, R, and S represent number of students. Write down the value of S. Since only 1 student takes neither art nor music, so S equals 1. 12 take art. That means P plus Q equals 12. 8 takes music. Q plus R equals 8. P plus Q plus R plus S equals 16. We already know S equals to 1. So P plus Q plus R equals 15. P plus Q equals 12. This is 12. So R equals 3. R equals 3. Therefore, you can get the Q equals 5. So we plug in here. Q equals 5. I can get the P equals 7. 7, 5, 3. This is 1. Now let's go to B. A student is selected at random, given that the students take music. Write down the probability the students take art. So we are looking for probability of art. Given these students also take music, you will get the probability of A intersect M over probability of M. A intersect M, that's 5. 5 over 60. Probability of M, that means 5 plus 3, 8 over 16. Reduce, you will get the 5 over 8. Hence, show that taking music and taking art are not independent event. For independent event, we need to show that A intersect M equals the probability of A times probability of M. Not independent means not equal to. So we just need to prove probability of A intersect M not equal to probability A times probability M. Probability of A intersect M equals 5 over 16. Probability of A equals 7 plus 5 over 16. 12 over 16. That is 3 over 4. Probability of M equals 5 plus 3 over 16, that's 8 over 16 equals 1 over 2. Then probability of A times probability of M equals 3 over 4 times 1/2. That is 3 over 8. We could say that not equal to probability of A intersect M. Therefore, taking music and taking art are not independent. That's it. Now let's go to C. 2 students are selected at random, one after the other. Find the probability that the first students take only music. The second students take only art. The probability for the first students take only music. will be 3 over 16 times. The second students take only art. The probability of that will be 7 over 15 because this is a dependent event. You can put this into calculator and you will get the 7 over 80. Guided practice 4. Consider the event A and B. You have probability for A, that's a 0.5. Probability for B, that's 0.7. Intersect, that's a 0.3. So I will label this as a 0.3. We need to work PQR out. Probability for A, 0.5. That means P plus 0.3 equals 0.5. Probability for B, that's 0.7, means Q plus 0.3 equals 0.7. And P plus Q plus 0.3 plus R equals 1. So we try to solve. From here, we got the P equals 0.2. From here, we can get the Q equals 0.4. Then we can get the R equals 0.1. Find the value of probability A given B prime, which means we're looking for P A intersect B prime over probability of B prime. A intersect B prime. The meaning for that means in A but not B. That's 0.2 over for probability of B prime means 1 minus probability of B. B, that's 0.3, 0.4, adding, that's 0.7. So 1 minus 0.7, that equals 0.3. 0.2 over 0.3, that's 2 over 3. Hence, or otherwise, show that the event A and B are not independent. We try to prove probability of A times probability of B not equal to probability of A intersect B. That's we need to prove this so that we show event A and B are not independent. Probability of A times probability of B. You will get 0.5 times the probability of B, that's 0.7, 0.35. Probability of A intersect B, that's 0.3. Since probability of A times probability of B not equal to probability of A intersect B, event A and B are not independent.